friends, this is Stacy from Wine and Dip, and today I'm going to be using my Mama Makes Her Own Dips liquids and a Mama Makes Her Own Dips powder and a Sparkle Infusion powder to show you how to get clean cuticle lines. So here's the tools that I use. This is a file from Bonafide Checks Beauty, and it's got a point at the end, which is nice because you can kind of get in underneath the nail. I have this metal file, and it's kind of bendy, which is good, so you can get that around your cuticle. I'm going to show you how I use each one of these things in this video. I also have this ergo file, and this is also from Bonafide Checks Beauty, and it's nice because that one edge that's kind of like white because it's been used, that's the part that you use around your cuticle, and it's curved. And then finally, I'm going to be using this toothpick to go around my cuticle as I am applying the dip powder. So I'm going to show you how I use each one of these tools in this video. I'm going to be using Lestrange from Mama Makes Her Own Dips and Dragon's Breath from Sparkle Infusion. I have on my nails right now some pink builder gel, on top of the pink builder gel I have gel base coat, gel top coat from Vividip, and I also have the Vividip Peel Base. So I'm going to be showing you how I use each one of these tools, and I'll also be reviewing a really yummy wine, so I'll let you watch for a little bit. It's kind of self-explanatory as you see me use these things. I go around my cuticle area with the toothpick to make sure that I don't have any of the product on my skin, and then I wipe the toothpick off on a paper towel to get the product off, and then I'm just going to show you how I use the toothpick for various layers, and then I'll be showing you after I activate how I use the other tools. So I'll be back when it's time to discuss how I'm using these tools. I'm back and I'm ready to show you how I use these tools around my cuticles. So first up is the Bonafide Beauty, not Bonafide Chex Beauty. I don't know why I was calling it that, but this is the glass file. I think this is the sapphire one, and I'm just showing you kind of how I angle it in and then use that pointed edge to kind of just go around the cuticle to kind of get any debris or powder that's sitting on my skin, because sometimes, you know, you might get some of the glue on your skin and this will help get that off. So that's how I use that tool. And then this is the little silver file, and I go a little bit off frame, but you can kind of get the idea, where I just kind of go around the cuticle and the side walls to make it nice and sharp and crisp. And then I'll do the same for my other nails, and I kind of switch up which tools I use based on what I think is needed. So I might start with the metal file, and you can see how well that's working, and then move on to the sapphire file or the ergo file. So I'll show you how I use each of these, and while I'm doing that, I will review a wine. Today I have a 2016 Barolo from the Wine Library, and this is 93 points from tastings.com and 91 points from Wine Enthusiast, and this wine is from Italy in the Piedmont region. On the website, the tasting notes say blackberry, cherry, smoke, and earth, and on the nose, truffle, cherry, plum, leather, and vanilla. I would say that those are pretty much spot on. I definitely did get all of those tasting notes in my tasting of this wine. So Barolo is made of Nebbiolo grape, and the wine is best if it's aged. I also think it tastes better if you let it sit out longer. So what I like to do with a wine like this is let it sit out for a few hours before I'm ready to drink it. And I also highly recommend that you pair it with food. A wine that's more tannic, like a Barolo, is better paired with a fatty food. The fat cuts the tannin. So I did that. I had it with some Parmesan cheese and it was delicious. So I'll leave the link to this wine in my description box and let me know if you try it. Right now, just to show you, this is the bit that I'm using to go around my cuticle, my sidewalls, and that's another way that I get a smooth cuticle line. So I just use that bit around the sidewalls and the cuticles. I blend in the line to the base of my nail, and now I'm just buffing. And I also like to run the buffer around the sides of my cuticle. Fair warning though, if you're going to do that, make sure that you don't have a sharp buffer. They cut like paper, so you will get a buffer cut and it hurts. So just be really careful when you're using that buffer around your cuticle line. So this stained a little bit, but that's okay because I can always buff that off later. I'm just doing some further cleanup and you can watch me do that. I'll also go around with this regular file, this banana file, on my sidewalls a little bit. This will help get some of that product off my sidewalls. Here's a picture of the wine that I just reviewed. It's really tasty. And then I'm going to show you now, after I did my first round of buffing, I'm just using some alcohol on a lint-free wipe to wipe off my nails to do a couple things. One, to get off the staining from the dark color, but then also to see if I need to go around my cuticle a little bit more. And I do, so I'm going to use my tools to clean up my cuticles a little bit further. And then I've inserted some pictures of the finished product in the end. So I hope that you learned something from this video and that you kind of see that it's a process to get those perfect clean cuticle lines. I use several different things to help me out, and I think it really does make a difference. So I really love the way that this mani turned out. Mama Makes Her Own Dips liquids are awesome, and they definitely help me get those nice thin layers. So I highly recommend that you try them out. I have a coupon code in my description, so you can check out Mama Makes Her Own Dips. I hope that you enjoyed this mani as much as I did. It turned out really pretty. I'll insert a picture in the end, and thank you so much for watching. I will catch you next time.